Warning! This content contains a summary of a book and spoilers. Hey book fans! For my comedy reading book club assignment, I am analyzing the psychological thriller Acceleration by macnamee. The book is set in Toronto and follows a teen named Duncan who is working a summer job at the TTC's Lost and Found. His routine is disrupted when he finds an unmarked leather book. After reading it, Duncan realizes it belongs to a killer, who he decides to name Roach, who's being really descriptive about his assassination plans. Instead of telling the police, Duncan decides to find the killer himself before he hurts someone else. This novel is giving. When someone obsesses about something, they cannot stop doing it or thinking about it. This captures Duncan's obsession when finding who this mysterious killer is and to stop him before it is too late. A text that relates to the novel is Deathnote. I think this is because in both texts, a teenage boy accidentally finds a notebook and completely changes their life. Duncan finds a leather journal that belongs to a serial killer, describing crimes about to happen, while Light Yagami finds the Deathnote, a supernatural notebook that causes death by writing names in it. Duncan reads the book to stop a killer, while Light uses the notebook to become one. When Duncan takes the journal to the police, they take it as a joke. Frustrated, Duncan decides to track down Roach himself. Light sees how the police are really incompetent at stopping criminals and how there is a lack of justice, so he decides to take laws into his own hands as Kira by killing criminals himself, similar to what Duncan decided to do. While Duncan is filled with guilt and selflessness, he wants to save someone to make up for the girl he couldn't save from drowning the previous summer. Light is filled by arrogance and a god complex. He wants to clean the world and rule it as a god. Both have had a trauma that brought them to the need to save someone. Everyone has experienced a similar situation to Duncan, as they can relate to the feeling an individual has when he witnesses a crime, a car accident, or when someone gets injured in the community. Many of us try to avoid the situation, or sometimes we're not able to help. Everybody that has lived this experience in their lifetime can relate to Duncan's feelings. After such an event, people try to have the courage and learn the skills so that when they face a similar circumstance, they will react and resolve in a better way instead of having the guilt that they could have helped in this unfortunate situation. These are some questions that you guys asked in the comment section of the voting. What would you do if you found the journal that Duncan found? Do you think that his friends helped Duncan find Roach? Did Roach's childhood justify him for trying to kill someone? I will feel scared of what I'm reading in that journal. I will be scared that I'm actually reading a journal that some sick person wrote describing the step-by-step of killing someone, and I would try to contact the police and hand them the notebook, instead of risking my life like Duncan did. And yes, I think they both helped in supporting Duncan in finding a killer. Wayne helped Duncan break into Roach's house, and Benny helped him locate where he lives, where he works, how old he is, how he possibly looked, which helped him a lot because of the stress of finding Roach. Duncan is not able to think properly sometimes. He would not have found Roach without this friend's help. No, it does not matter that his childhood was abusive or traumatic. One does not have the right to kill someone just because of their childhood traumas. And I think this is where all killers come from. A traumatic and abusive home in which they did not feel loved at all. In conclusion, when we live in a society, we will be forced to live in situations that are going to make us take responsibility and decide to help others in an emergency situation. And that is not enough to be brave if you don't know what to do in those cases. For example, in a car accident, if we see someone trapped in a car, we need to know how to treat this person, because we could harm them worse. It is important to learn different types of skills, like basic CPR, basic first aid. If we know this will help us know how to act better when these situations happen in our lives. These are the reasons why it is so hard for someone to act in a circumstance like this. You need to have the skills, courage, and responsibility. And we have to make a very hard decision in seconds, and that decision may risk one's life. In a city like Toronto, it is good to have a good emergency and police team. This helps us make better decisions when helping someone, though the first decision is to call 911 when needed. This novel makes us value the normal day heroes that help people when incidents or crimes occur. Thank you for listening, book fans. See you next time, and remember to subscribe and tell me in the comments what I should do next.